My shop is a mess, and that is a good thing at sometimes, and sometimes it's not. But today I am just rambling on. Hey y'all, I'm James Wright, and welcome to my shop. It is an absolute mess, but that means things have been happening, and so this week has been a fairly good one. This last week I had a video coming out on gang cutting dovetails. You know, how do you do a whole bunch of this at once and kind of speed up process a little bit? And so that blew me away how much people wanted to see that. So that video has been doing phenomenally. If you'd like to see it, I'll leave a link to it. And my second video was actually on carving my clogs, and these were a lot of fun. Really enjoyed doing this, and I did some chip carving and some a little bit of relief carving, and then this Celtic weave and knot. Just really had a lot of fun with these and just experimented and playing with new things. So the video is more or less about learning some new techniques and playing around with things to try and get a new style that you're looking for. This is actually a challenge with Shogun Jimmy and the Woodworking Junkie. And last night we recorded a podcast live with Maker Nation, and they did some judging on the shoes and kind of got a chance to show them off. So definitely go look at Maker Nation and see what they did, and look at Shogun Jimmy and Woodworking Junkies videos that they did on carving. So that was a lot of fun. This next week, I'm actually going to have a video on doing some carving with my mother. We had a chance to kind of experiment and play around with some carving together, and I've brought her into the joy of carving, and now she is addicted as well. So I'm kind of going through doing a little bit of the Celtic weave carving and a little bit of relief, and yeah, just having some fun with her. So that video should be out Thursday. Saturday's video, I'm not 100% sure what it will be. I might be doing the next video on the dresser. I might be actually working on the beam drill that I recently got, and I'm wanting to get that up and running, so that might be Saturday's video. I might also be doing a video on making a hand tool. I want to make some hand routers, so that might be coming up Saturday, but I don't know. I'm also in the middle of rearranging my shop because I kind of contracted with my wife to get some more real estate, and so this is kind of fun for me, and so I'm going to be actually doing a video on organizing and changing my shop around. How do I want it to be? So yeah, we'll see what is coming up Saturday. Let me know if any of those interest you. I have a pile of meetups planned for the near future. The first one coming up will be on the 19th of this month. That will be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm going to also be there with Matt Haas and a couple other YouTubers, so that should be a fun get-together. I will leave a link to in the description all of the information on that, but I'll also be in Atlanta for the woodworking shows. I'll be in Asheville a little while later. We're going to be doing a meetup with the Crafted Podcast group. So a lot of fun things coming up. I'm looking at being in Oklahoma for the woodworking event out there. That should be a blast. And there's a few other places I'm going to be coming soon. So stay tuned for that. I will leave links to all of that in the description below. The monthly giveaway for Patreon supporters came out, and this month I'm giving away a Distin crosscut handsaw as well as a saw set, so you can set the teeth on your own saw, so when you sharpen it, it can be a lot more fun. So this is actually going off to a Jacob Schultz. Yeah, Jacob Schultz, and I'm going to be getting it in the mail hopefully tomorrow. So congratulations to you. If you'd like to be entered into the monthly drawings for hand tools, you can just find out more at Patreon. I'll leave the link to that in the description below. Also, this last week, I hit 1 million views. Just absolutely mind-blowing. I remember back when I hit 100 views and just flabbergasted that 100 people out there were actually interested in what I was doing. 1 million views is absolutely incredible. So thank you for that. This has been a phenomenal ride, and I'm looking forward to the future. Who knows when 2 million will be, but wow. Thank you. You guys have made this channel what it is today. The Patreon question of the week comes from Doc Darkness, and he asks, if you could only have one vise on your bench, what vise would you choose? And for me, I have a Moxon vise, 2 leg vices, this face vise that I also use as an end vise. I can even use my kids' Moxon vise, and they really all have their own purpose. You're always looking at, can you work on the edge of a wood? Can you work on the face? Can you work on the end grain? And different vices have different uses. A leg vise is fantastic for working on the end grain. You can have something sticking up and you can plant it off. A Moxon vise is fantastic for end grain. It's also good for doing dovetails and joints. You can raise it up a little bit higher and work on things. There are just many different uses for different vices. I think the one I use the most is this face vise that I use as an end vise. That way I can keep boards flat on the bench and work on their face. And this one is particularly useful because it's a quick set. I can put up the dog and then clamp things in with a dog from one end to the other. Whereas the leg vise is probably the most common on a bench. You're going to see that quite a bit. That is a very versatile. You can work on edge and end grain very easily. Not as easy to work on face wood, on the face of a board. And that's where an end vise works fantastically, as it works well on the face. Whereas this, I can still clamp something up vertically or horizontally. I can still work on an edge and end. I can't work on an end as well as I can with a leg vise. So you're going to kind of have to play back and forth. What are you going to be making a lot of? Will a leg vise work better for you, or a face vise? I would say if you have to pick one out of anything else, having a face vise like this with a dog, they work fantastic and you can really get a lot done with them. But well, a leg vise is extremely useful, and if you do a lot of dovetails and joinery, you're probably going to want a Moxon vise of some kind. So play around with it, and I hope that answers your question. So the shout out for this week actually goes to Uncle Cys Woodshop. And he just did a video series on making a bench and did a phenomenal job. He cut his own screw and knob for a leg vise, did a really, really gorgeous job on it. The bench was fantastic. But this week he built a joiner's mallet that I really liked it. He put 2 different methods, either laminating it and then doing a through hole similar to how I've done. And he really did a bang-up job on them, and he's actually giving one of them away. So if you'd like to see that, you can click the link in the description below. I'll leave a link to his also in the card. And just a really cool channel, a lot of great information, really goes into detail in some of the steps, and puts out some longer format videos. Very cool channel. Definitely check out Uncle Cys Woodshop. So that's about it for this week. A ton of things coming up, and I am really looking forward to the future. Some cool projects and changing the shop around and really trying to make slightly better content and information coming out. So if you have any questions or ideas for the future, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If you did like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button and smash the subscribe button right over here. Also, I want to say an incredible thank you to the patrons on Patreon. You guys are the reason that this channel keeps ticking along. If you'd like to help out with that, you can find out more at the link right over here. Also, if you like the video, feel free to check out one of my others. You might find something you like there. And until next time, have a wonderful day.